Welcome to Introduction to Statistics, Unit 1, Lesson 3, Displaying Quantitative Data Dot Plots, and Lesson 4, Displaying Quantitative Data Stem Plots. A dot plot is the simplest graph for displaying quantitative data. In a dot plot, each data value is represented by a dot above its location on a number line. To create a dot plot, you will first draw and label the axis. Second, you scale the axis to have equal intervals between each data point. And third, you plot the values, where there's one dot for each individual value. Dot plots are often described by their shape. A roughly symmetric dot plot is even on both sides of a peak. A distribution is skewed right if the right side is longer than the left, and a distribution is skewed left if the left side is longer than the right. An outlier is a data point that sits far away from the rest of the data points. In the example below, 6 would be an outlier since it is far away from the cluster of the rest of the data points. Here's a sample dot plot using a frequency table of 40 people who were asked about the total number of siblings. Take a moment and look at the frequency table and look at the dot plot. Consider, how would you describe this dot plot? Is it skewed left, skewed right, or relatively symmetric? Also, does this dot plot have any outliers? Another way to display quantitative data is a stem plot, also called a stem and leaf plot. In a stem plot, data is separated into two parts. The stem consists of all numbers except the final digit, and the leaf consists of the final digit. At your bottom right, you can see an example of a stem plot looking at the caffeine content of various soft drinks. To create a stem and leaf plot, you first separate the stem from the leaf for each data point. You write the stems in a vertical column with the smallest on top and draw a vertical line next to the stems. Next, you write each leaf to the right of the stem. You order the leaves from smallest to largest. If a set of leaves is too big, you may need to separate the stem into two separate stems. And finally, you create a key that explains the context of the stem and leaf plot. Below are examples of stem and leaf plots that examine the number of electoral votes for each US state. Notice that the stem and leaf plot on the right separated the stems for each number. Doing this helped better highlight potential outliers in the data, as well as gave a relatively strong shape of the data. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you have a better understanding of dot plots and stem and leaf plots.